my tools, Mina. You owe me a flamethrower. Pro tip from an idiot, everything's a hammer. Dilemma number one, as the turbo is obviously different. You have to change this flange out anyways, but you can see the difference in how it's positioned. So I do think it would be easiest to cut this flange off, weld the new one on, and just extend this back forward a little bit to line up with this. We also need to rework the mount. If you guys do not recall, so this is a stock K series exhaust manifold. I cut the runners off the flange, flipped it upside down. This is mostly Tahoe exhaust from the junkyard. The flange that we got is absolutely gangster. Got this on eBay. Check those guys out. SpearToolMachine.com. Not sponsored by in any way, shape, or form. This thing was only like 30 or 40 bucks, I believe. And it's beautifully made. And then all the holes are threaded, which is pretty cool. And then it's got that little lip there to bevel. I'm hoping that's the right size. This is a T4, this is T3, this is T4, hence we have to stick that there. Those runners are probably a limiting factor at some point in time. Gosh dang it, I don't want to redo this as I'm talking to you guys. The more it seems like maybe we should. Fudge brownies, that's not... Okay, so we did some measuring with Dennis's fancy tool. So the stock runners are about 1 1/3 inches. And Dennis was like, well, don't do anything. I have these. So these are just some eBay headers, but these are about 1 3/4 inches, plus or minus. 81/128. So bigger. So we're gonna use these. We're gonna lop this off. And then I do have, so this is stainless, which is nice. The lame part is these are not like LS headers where you can just flip them. So I have to cut these off, flip it, weld it back onto the flange. So wish me luck. This is the third 300-pound bottle since I've bought a TIG welder. Just wanted to let you guys know, this is what every single one of these looks like after I cut it. And that's what all those look like. And that's what all of those looked like. So to say the least, I am getting pretty efficient at deburring with that device. I'm telling you guys, this thing right here, this is the key to making everything I've ever made for cheap. This device right here. Stout little unit. That is marginally bigger, for sure. Gosh, this thing is so stinking heavy too. So this is like a 55-ish, 57 maybe is the size of the wheel. That's the 67, and there's a quite a huge difference. So I have 1, 2, 3 more halves of the pipe to finish up, but it's midnight. I've been up since 5. I got to get out of here. So we need to still add the wastegate, as you can see here. This is also, so this was obviously what we took off. This was me welding, what, 3 years ago or so. And that's where we are now. Been having a hard time with wastegate placement, and I had it here. The curve of that is nice, and having something up here kind of throws it off. Upon asking people who are smarter than me and Googling it, you want it as close to here as possible just for more accurate boost control. And on the old manifold, we had it sticking down here on the bottom, something like that, kind of on the backside. And so I drew another circle down there, so that's where we're going to stick it. I've just been overthinking it for a long time now. So I'm gonna weld this real quick, and then while that's cooling off a little bit, we'll pop that manifold off, cut the hole out, and then we're ready to roll. Hands down the most consistent color that I've ever gotten on thin metal. See how there's like a whole line of like golds, and then it gets dark, and then gold, and then that bronze. Like, just the consistency is there. The welds themselves are still sloppy, but that's the best I've done so far. This one up here isn't terrible. A little bit less consistent. That one's whatever. That one's also whatever. Again, the actual lines are all but baby steps, right? Baby steps. Better than that. Okay, so here's what we got. There wasn't a ton of room to go down. That seemed like an okay idea, and I like it. I wanted to bring this up a little higher and make this a little more aggressive, but we're just kind of running out of room, and it seemed kind of pointless because, I mean, from here you don't even see what I did. So I butchered that because the bit inside of the hole saw fell out, and then it went rah! But we're going to make a beauty ring around this anyway so that the paint has kind of like a heat shield. So we'll make that Oh, something I forgot to mention. So that is the same turbo as what is on the Jeep, right? They're both 67 mils. And when I first bought these, I told you guys I was not able to run that because my transmission and the bug that I'm putting in it is going to be built. Well, what I found out is the rules say that if you have a dog box, you cannot run a 67, have to run a 62. My transmission still has synchros technically. So I am allowed to run that. So that's nice. Also, I think we're running the 1150 class for the first couple events because I don't know how to freaking drive yet. So it doesn't really, the street class or the sport compact class is full of very low 9-second cars. And I think there was one car that went an 8.9 last year, or he did this year, and he's coming back. So I have no business being in that class. And therefore, we will learn how to drive in the 1150 class. With all that being said, we have more to do on that, but me and Mina have to go. So let's go do that. Let's go.
You should see this place.
Really?
Yeah. He killed it. I called him and I was like, dude.
Whoa.
He changed the desk.
Holy crap.
I know. That's why I called him. Been living in a hole.
Wow.
Yeah, I want to buy a car from you now.
Yeah, no kidding. That looks really, how do you do that? Or is this a different?
No, it's the same one. How did you do the white board? Did you just take a brush and black paint?
That looks sick.
Damn. Yeah.
We need to make my shop look nice.
Yeah. Preston said it's his shop.
What?
Yeah, I know. So this is from the old desk. And a slick, and I don't know what that is.
Wow. Tell me you should quit doing bike stuff and be an interior designer for shops.
No kidding. You and Austin's mom could make so much money.